Martin Foss with the parish president, Gordon Dove. And since the administration of Bobby Lines, and he started way back in the 80s, I've allowed parish presidents to come on and tell me about what they feel like they've accomplished when they were in office. And a few more months for Mr. Gordon Dove, and he will no longer be parish president, but for the last 8 years, a lot of projects have been going on in Terrebonne Parish. So just really 2 segments to sort of let him tout what he feels like has been accomplished. And certainly I'm interested to see what's your list.
Well, Martin, first of all, I want to thank the public. It's been an honor, a privilege to serve Terrebonne Parish. You know, when I started as a state rep, you know, I'm presently parish president from 2016 to 24. I was state rep from 2004 to 2015, and we started and I was on the Coastal Protection Restoration Authority. And of course, we've seen many hurricanes come and go, and we've had a lot of different events to come. But the original goal was to protect Terrebonne Parish and its citizens from hurricanes, storm surge, rainfall. We added 30 pump stations, which you can see and we put backup generators on them and all the pump stations. Remember, your pump stations didn't even have backup generators on the electric pumps. And then at the same time, we did quality of life projects and programs such as Sports Park on 311, soccer fields, volleyball courts, at the Air Base Water Park. We did fishing piers at Chauvin Montague Berg, including with its landings, and everything we've done is with air-conditioned bathrooms and handicap access. You know, meanwhile, Terrebonne Parish is fiscally strong parish with a AA+ Standard & Poor's bond rating. That's about as high as parishes can get. And of course, we had, you know, in 2019, we had Barry come in with a storm surge of 9 feet and only 11 homes flooded in the Parish area because we wasn't finished the levee then. Mm-hmm. Give you, for instance, in Hurricane Rita, we had 11,000 homes flooded. If we didn't come a long way, and there's a lot of people to thank, and from the levee board to the people of Terrebonne Parish, to the department heads of Terrebonne Parish and the employees. And then, of course, we had 2 Category 1s and 3 named storms in 2020, if you remember. And then Hurricane Ida, of course, that Hurricane 4, we had gusts up to 185-mile-an-hour winds in 2021. And then, of course, we had the 4,000 acres that the peat that caught on fire between Savannah Road and Highway 90. And in 10 days, we pumped 2 billion gallons and put it out. It was 1,000 acres that was burning out of the 4,000.
I saw on the news yesterday somebody was bragging because they were pumping 100,000.
Yeah, they were at Bayou Sauvage, and I called them. I said, y'all pumping 100,000 gallons an hour. That's not very much. Y'all should be pumping about 7 or 8 million gallons an hour if you want to put it out. You have to submerge peat. Mm-hmm. Our peat was 16 inches thick, so you have to submerge that. And in below Martin it's a list of the major projects, and it's a partial list. It's not all of them in Terrebonne Parish. And look, I want to thank the Terrebonne Parish Council, which the council's been there every step of the way. The different council members, everyone knows who they are. And they were council chairmen, and they really worked with us. And of course, under the 8 years between the council, the department heads, the engineers, the people of Terrebonne taxing themselves, and of course our delegation getting money from the state of Louisiana, and we already had money coming in from when I was at the state. I mean, we've accomplished the next list is what I'm going to go through, and if it's okay with you, I'll just go down it.
Absolutely. That's why we have you here.
Okay. And everything here, as you notice, is completed, and then I'll say when it's under engineering. The lock system below Montague, with the all backup generators, $12 million. That's the lock system. Petite Caillou lock system, $11 million completed. Petite Caillou channel and 450 CFS, $14 million. Now, Chauvin is completely under force pump. They don't have to worry about high water again. And that was a huge accomplishment. And this is 450 CFS with backup generators. Lashbrook, we replaced it for $7 million. We completed fishing piers, as I said earlier, with handicap access at Chauvin, Petit Caillou, and Berg for $950,000. We award 7 Levee. That was started under Don Schwab, and we finished it. That was a total of $40 million. And then Elliott Jones Pump Station, 1,000 CFS pumps 1 million gallons every 2 minutes, 17 million protecting Bar Black, Gibson, Valhalla, 311, Gray, Shreve, Chacahoola, Donna, Summerfield, Southdown, Lakes, Sugarwood Sports Park. The Enhancer Canal protects the same thing. It's 1,000 CFS. Bar Black Pump Station is under engineering. We have a $12 million grant. We do have the core permit, and we putting up $3 million. It's $15 million. Baseball Sports Park, 10 baseball fields, and Rec 2-3 was great working with them on that. Air-conditioned bathroom, batting cages, water park, boys baseball field concessions, soccer fields, utilities. We expanded the parking lot, stadium lights, new road, 3 fishing piers, new volleyball courts, boys baseball with bathrooms. That's under construction. And then we just acquired 25 acres, and we did put stadium lighting at the soccer fields, which has been requested for a long time. $28 million with no debt.
All right, let's hold that thought. We're going to take a break, come back with part 2 of this. Don't go away. There's been a lot of projects. Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems, modern technology, and timeless caring. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights. All right, we continue with the parish president, as I've done with all parish presidents, to get a chance to tout their accomplishments. We left off at pump stations number 11.
Okay, and I want to tell you again, Martin, I can't thank the council. The council was there every step of the way, and the people of Terrebonne Parish, our delegation, and of course my department heads and directors and employees. But the next one is a pump station. We did 4 each on Valhalla and Savannah Road, completed $4 million. That protects Sugarwood, Manchester, all that area. Under engineering is the 118 behind Rouse's. You'll see that. That's $10 million. That's actually that's the Barrow Street one. So that's under engineering. That's the one by McDonald's over there that we're fixing to start on Barrow Street. Gold Avenue Pump Station, $750,000 completed. Under engineering is Mitre Gates and Company Canal, Bayou Terrebonne, that is going to put Berg, East Houma, and Montague all under forced pump with these Mitre Gates and a pump station. Also, the 6,000 CFS on the HNC, that's a $100 million project. Now, we're just on the engineering and design. We have a ways to go with that. But that's 12-foot diameter pipes. It's going to pump 170 million gallons an hour, and that will pump the HNC and help in naturally all of Houma. Little Bar Black at Sugarwood Pump Station. That's the one you see right across from Sugarwood, $5 million. Valhalla Road Extension, $39 million. It's under engineering and land acquisitions. That is moving as we speak. That's going from Savannah Road, Valhalla, all the way to 90, under 90, tied into 311. That is under land acquisition. Bayou Cane Electric Pump Station is under construction. That is the one behind Rouse's. The Veterans is under construction. We're rebuilding the American Legion for $2.4 for our veterans. God bless our veterans. Berg Fishing Piers, Nalo Road was a $1.4 million in Berg. We overlaid that a few years back. Downtown Rotary Plaza, that's $1.4 million. I want to thank the Rotary for working with us on that. Whitney Bank Building, we just purchasing it for $3 million, and we're going to move Fletcher Business College downtown, business incubation and lecture rooms, and that's a total of $4.3 million, and that's completed. That's actually completing as we speak. Polk Street Bridge, that's $2.3 million, was completed. Hollywood Road Bridge is under construction at South Down Mandalay, and 182, that's going to really help Terrebonne and all that area. Island Road, 2.5 miles of rock jetty. Please go down and look at the Island Road, 8 foot high. Morganza to the Gulf, we could sit here and have a whole segment on that with the Bubba Dove lock system under construction, which is $360 million, but it's a total of $1.2 billion. And thanks to the people of Terrebonne Parish and the Terrebonne Levee District, Tony Alford, Reggie Dupre, and all that board, we've spent $286 million on Barrier Islands, Timberland, Trinity, and Whiskey pumping sand. We're in the engineering phase of breakwater rocks because we have to put rocks on the Barrier Islands. Coastal restoration, recreation terracing, $320 million. Summerfield Adaptive Park, new air-conditioned bathroom, Plantation Gardens pump station, $350,000. Westside Alma, huge project over there, $2.2 million. We cut out fees on existing residential permits since we took over the permitting for South Central Planning. We've done thousands of concrete panels throughout Terrebonne Parish, and we don't charge to put culverts in. Every day, 19 excavators, 5 gradals, 20 dump trucks are working every day as we speak. Grass cutting, we've added 12 tractors and created a department under Clay Knockcast, so we are really hitting the grass cutting. And there again, you know, the council and the people of Terrebonne, we can't thank you enough. New improved public health building, you're going to see it on Tunnel Boulevard, next to the Tesh Clinic for $6 million. That is going to bid as we speak. SROs in schools, we got school resource officers equipped with cars, Sheriff's Office, Houma Police Department, Terrebonne Parish School Board. I want to thank all of them. We're putting officers in public, Catholic, and private schools for the safety of our children.
And you had a police substation, too.
And a police substation.
Yeah,
now, we haven't got, you know, we're working on everything right now on completing that. And then look, we still have a serious problem with flood insurance, flood maps, and windstorm insurance. But we are diligently working on it every day, myself and the council and a lot of other people. But we did sue FEMA along with Jeff Landry and Liz Morrell. 39 parishes sued, 10 states, and we're in federal court. We're waiting on an injunction to stop all this silliness that they came up with, ridiculous. There's still a lot to be done, but thankfully, flooding is a thing of the past in Terrebonne Parish. We can honestly sit there and say that because thanks to everyone, we've got it. And I just want to say, God bless the people of Terrebonne, our veterans, first responders. God bless America. Thank you for the 20 years that I've been able to serve the people of Terrebonne Parish. And special thanks to the Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government Council for their experience, dedication, hard work, and our delegation, you know, the senators and state reps that have brought us in this money, and of course the levee board. And I thank y'all. It has been an honor and a pleasure serving y'all. And I know I went a little fast, and this is not all the projects.
Thank you, Mr. Dove. Once again, Mr. Gordon Dove, Parish President here in Terrebonne Parish. He has a few months left. These are some of the projects that they've accomplished. There's quite a few. Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough. All right, we are back and we're continuing different segments, dressed a little different. The other one was pre-taped. We got another segment, and this is Going Public. I'm Martin Foss, along with the parish president of Terrebonne Parish, Mr. Gordon Dove. We want to bring you through some of just really the overall perspective of the Terrebonne Levee Conservation District projects, which the parish president has been so instrumental in bringing monies and projects to this area. It really is going to be a big part of his legacy. There's other parts, but I got to give him credit. He's brought in a lot of projects to this area. When a lot of people in the past said it could not be done. Well, guess what? It got done. All right, so Mr. Parish President, good to have you on board.
Thank you for having me, Martin.
The projects, let's just start with some of the projects that the completed. I know Petite Caillou lock system, that was a big one. You were talking about before the show, the chambers are so important in those lock systems.
Yeah, Martin. In other words, these lock systems, we took the old gates and we added another set of gates, and we made a lock chamber that you can, like right now in Petite Caillou, boats can come and go, even though the tides on the south end are going to be higher. A crab fisherman can go check his crab traps. A shrimper can leave. A sports fisherman can go fishing. And, you know, we actually built and funded the all these ones that I'm showing you was done by the Terrebonne Parish Council, Terrebonne Parish government, and naturally the council.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, let me ask you, because in the past, they couldn't go fishing.
No, right now, we would close that gate. In, the levee board will operate this, and they would close the gate, and you were locked in or out because they couldn't open it, let too much water in. Now you can go ahead. If you look at the first one, it shows the lock chamber. It shows the one on the right is the new gate. The one on the left is the old Petite Caillou, what they call Boudreaux Canal floodgate. So the lock chamber's in between them. The next one is the pump station, which keeps Petite Caillou down. Each of those are $10 million. That's $20 million in parish money funded by the Terrebonne Parish government and the council. And if you see, that's an overview of it. The next picture is an overview of it. You can see the channel on the lower screen is your Petite Caillou. And then, of course, the next one is Lashbrook. Lashbrook was about to fall in the canal, and we went ahead and built a new Lashbrook. It's completed. It's operable, which will help keep.
I remember when it was falling. I don't know if it was in the early 2000s where Lashbrook took a beating. It might have been Bill.
For Katrina. Yeah. I mean, for Rita, actually.
Yeah, and it got finished, I think, in Rita. It was damaged before, then repaired, I think, and got hit again.
Well, it was repaired, but it was pretty poor shape.
Yeah.
And so we went in and completed that. The next one is the Terrebonne lock structure, which is below Montague. That keeps all the water from going into Montague, Berg, all the way to the east side. But there again, vessels could come and go. Fishermen can leave and come back. And a 2 to 3 foot tidal surge is really nothing for this system.
And nothing for them to go fishing in either.
Right, for these high tides. And the next one just shows it. That shows it with a pump station. We are designing the pump station to the left. It's not in yet, but the lock is finished. In other words, vessels come and go. That's been finished for about 2 years. And then the next one is another one. We're designing and we have the monies to build this pump station.
How big are those pumps on Bayou Terrebonne?
That is going to be about 700 CFS.
Okay.
Those are about 6 foot diameter pumps.
They don't look it, but they're big.
That's big, yeah. And then the next one is this is being designed. In other words, if you're going to pump out Bayou Terrebonne, you got to be able to block it. So this is by the twin span. And this is under engineering and design. The next one is on Company Canal.
Right.
So that closes off Bayou Terrebonne, so you could control the water level in it. That is under engineering for construction as we speak. It's being engineered.
So most all your projects are coming before you leave.
Yes. Everything we plan to do is either completed, under construction, or under engineering to be constructed. and most of it funded.
Okay.
The next one is the lock system. That's out for bid. That's $360 million. Now that's the caveat of everything. Bubba Dove floodgate's already there. We're protected for hurricanes. This will allow vessels to come and go, and also you'll be able to close it when you have a system trying to push a lot of water in, because you can't shut the Bubba Dove floodgate down unless it's a named storm or hurricane.
Right.
So what happens? The salt water moves in, the high water's moved in. This stops it. Because and we've already done phase one. This is phase two. It's out for bid as we speak, $360 million.
I won't be catching redfish by Sandy Beach, right?
That's right. The next one, Chacahula Basin, you know, all the areas it protects from Gibson to 311, Chacahula, Bull Run Road, Exeter Run, Lakes, Savannah Road, South Allendale, Sugarwood, the Sportsplex. And that has two big pumps on it now completed. One, and I'm going a little quick because I know we got our time. Hanson Canal is the next one. That's been finished for about 3 years. That's completed. And those are 66-inch pumps. That's 1,000 CFS.
Some people fought you on that early, but
14.5 million.
they don't fight you anymore on that.
No. And the next one, Elliott Jones, completed about 6 months ago, which is just pumps the basin down even quicker. And that's identical to the other one. All electric with backup generators. Everything has backup generators. Goals Avenue, very successful pump here. This actually, the Corps of Engineers gave us the pump and the power pack. If you look at the next one, and that's right off of Goals Avenue, and it pumps into what they call a 6-foot ditch, which is right behind St. Gregory, a little further up the road. Yeah. And this is the next one, and you can see how big of a retention. That's Maple Avenue, Central Avenue, all that area.
92?
Right.
That's what it's taking care of that.
And then you still got the pump on Williams Avenue as a backup. And this is very, very successful. It's telemetry and SCADA. And the next one is Bayou Cane. You know, Bayou Cane is behind Rouse's. You'll see the construction. That's to pull the water out of Martin Luther King and Bayou Cane and store it, because Bayou Terrebonne can't take all the water.
Right.
It's made to store 1.7 billion gallons. This is where we had the fire at, that we actually put it out by pumping 2 billion gallons and smothering it.
Which is your retention. Okay.
Yes, the retention. And then the next one is the actual construction. That was an artist rendition. It's actually a little further along with that. That's an older picture, but it's a little bit further along than that. Behind Rouse is off Martin Luther King. And then that either some 12-foot diameter. The next one is the Grand Caillou. This is 6,000 CFS. It's going under engineering and design. Those are 12-foot diameter pumps.
Go to the next one if you can't hit there.
Yeah, those are 12-foot diameter pumps. This thing will pump 160 million gallons, 160,920,000 gallons an hour. It's 108,000. It's 2 phases, 3 million each, which is 3,000 CFS each, which is 6,000 CFS at a cost of 54 million each, which is $108 million a project, and that is going under engineering design. And while we got a minute, I just want to say that we have a new $200 million, 100 megawatt generator system on Barrel Street. A lot of people have been asking me that question. Right now, we have a bunch of portable generators that's taking care of the overload on the system, and it's funded by Hazard Mitigation Grant Program, and it's funded 100% with Ida hurricane funds. $200 million. It should go into construction in about a year's time. It's being engineered. And that is, a lot of people have been asking me that question.
That's very good. So we did that all in 10 minutes, which is a miracle. A lot of projects. I know there's a lot more, but we appreciate the efforts in doing that. Thank you so much for coming on once again, the Parish President, Gordon Dove.
And I want to thank the council that's been there every step of the way and our delegation.
All right, there you have it. Mr. Gordon Dove, Parish President. We'll take a break. This has been Going Public.